Hello. I'm back from the abyss. Okay. Right. So, at the end of the previous stream, I got this guy from one of the villages. The stream also crashed like a total of 4 or 5 times. So that's fun. I've closed just about everything on my computer that isn't necessary for that, but hopefully that won't happen again. But yeah, I have a villager here. I think this might have been after he stopped watching, but I have a hole. And this is going to be an iron farm, so basically I gotta get 3 villagers down there and get a zombie down here. I got all the iron I need for an anvil, so I can name the zombie so he won't despawn, but yeah, I was in the process of getting villagers, I think. I'll show you the bottom down here. It's just a death pit with a chest, and hoppers are eventually going to go here. After I get some iron, that's going to be like the first thing I make. Which reminds me, I actually need chests for that. But, yeah. But, I'm trying to think of what would be better to haul a second villager over and then make a small villager breeder to breed a third, or I'm thinking this might actually be better. Haul another 2 villagers over, shove 3 of them into the iron farm and get that working, and then later breed more, because I got like another 6, I want to say, at the other village. Oh, also, another thing. So you know how I mentioned I need 3 villagers and a zombie for this farm? That's to make it function at its minimum capacity. I can dig out another 3 chambers in the other 3 corners if I wanted to. And I think I will do that, but not at the moment. I just need bare minimum. But yeah, that's the plan, to get more villagers over and get the iron farm running. And from there, I'm gonna start an emerald economy. But first, I think I want to give this guy like a proper safe home. Probably a good idea to get rid of workstations. I guess I'll make like a temporary dirt hut for him. Get my way. That. Ew. Here's how I could be devious. Place like that in the corner, and then yeah, have him pathfind to that. I guess use stone cutter to get him to pathfind. Okay. And spare boat just in case something goes wrong. Wait. My boat back. Okay. He's... Where are you going, sir? Please don't tell me you're a nitwit. Did I... Did I get a nitwit? Oh no. Can... Bro. Get in the boat. Good. Okay. Oh, that. It's not technically a mod. So there's this website called vanillatweaks.net. I think it's .net. It's a website owned by Izuma, the guy who runs the Hermitcraft servers, and basically it has all of these like free resource packs and other stuff. It's how I have the crown as a gold helmet. But one of the resource packs that they have is this little bobbing up and down exclamation mark, which I personally like using. There's some other ones that I have, like for example, clear water. That one I like. There's also these fluffy and animated leaves. These are two different ones that work nicely together that I like. There's a few other ones that I have that I can't remember what they are. I think some of them are just like minor pixel fixes for like mob models, like to match like their hitboxes. Like I think there's like some issues with like the Wither's hitbox relative to its model. And I think there's one for that. There's also, and all this is free, and you can like, it's a very good site. And this is not sponsored or anything, but I personally like using their stuff. They also have some not resource pack stuff, like some more data pack stuff, like crafting changes and other stuff. Like one of my favorites that I've used allows you to seamlessly combine and separate a chest plate with an elytra, which I personally have enjoyed. I'm not sure I want to get that on this world, just for pure survival. But some other tweaks that they have are like mobs will drop their heads when they die, or have a chance to. So all mobs that don't have a head in the game, like for instance the sheep or the cow, you can get their heads when they die. And it also makes boss mobs like the dragon, Wither, Warden, and the Elder Guardian all drop their heads. There's some, like I said, there's crafting ones, like, this might be one that I actually end up getting. Do I have any wood crafted? No, okay. Well, there's one that makes it so, or like the trapdoor recipes give you 12 trapdoors, which I think the reason it's 12 is because, like, if you count the pixels on the trapdoors compared to the blocks, like it maths out to be 12 or something. And also allows you to take like stairs and craft them back into the normal block that they came from, which is super nice. And just other little minor quality of life changes. Like I said, I don't know if I'll get any of those, but the resource packs I have no problem with. That's also where I got Rainbow Experience Bar, Purple Hearts, this little reticle, and maybe the Twinkling Stars. I'm not quite sure about that one. I'm going to quickly take a moment to check Discord. Okay, nothing too important. But, alright, got first villager in... I did close that off, right? Okay. Villager in relative safety. Let's go get some more. I think one of the other resource packs I have makes it so most ores use like a similar texture relative to each other. Like the shape of like the ore up against the stone or deep slate on some of them is inconsistent. So it does that as a change if you're someone who cares about that. I think another one another one that I have, like, rotates the iron nugget item, or maybe it's the gold nugget. There's one for both that rotate it by 90 degrees, because I don't actually know if I have any gold. I don't. But, fun little fact, the iron nugget and gold nugget items are rotated differently in the inventory. I'm going to stop going on and on about this website. So, let's see, villagers. Right, I made a giant birch box last time. Right, I'm starting to remember why I grabbed that villager first, because he somehow wasn't in the box, which means he probably was a nitwit. That's an issue for future me. Alright, hello creatures. How on earth do I get one and only one of you out? Nope. God. Okay. Well, where'd you guys go? Okay, can I... Should I have a crafting table? Yes, but... Can you guys, like... Okay. Here's the other one. They want to see the light. Yes, but I don't want them to see the light. I want them to see the darkness. Okay. Next question. How do I get these guys home? I mean, I was able to come here by boat, so yeah, I should be able to boat these guys back. I might end up getting another villager after I set up the farm, just so I can get a breeder set up there. Or, well, I've already got these guys in boats. Like, at this point, I might as well, like, put, I guess, bring these 3 guys back, set up a breeder with 2 of them to get a 3rd one. So I have 3 in a breeder, and then 3 for the iron farm. I might as well. Or I could continue adding to my list of charges and get another instance of kidnapping. Okay. Also, after I'm thinking after I get the iron farm done, I'm gonna do a bit of base work. Expand the... Is this a dock or a pier? I think a pier would be above water, technically. And perk. Okay. Wait, actually, why would I go make another boat when I could steal from the extra boats I have in this chest? Yeah. Okay. What do you think? Should I make a breeder over there to get another guy, or should I kidnap another guy from this village? Because favorite game. That is a very good question. There are, I mean, that's a question that I could answer in any manner of ways. I like Minecraft a lot. Like, great sandbox game. Everyone plays it. Everyone loves it, right? It's definitely up there. I'm not sure I'd say, like, favorite of all time. Roblox, I mean, you could argue that the entirety of Roblox should be considered one game, or each individual game, or I guess experience as they call them now, could be considered their own game. There are a few of those games that I've sunk in a lot of hours into, but I don't know. As other games that I've played, good bit of Overwatch. It's I don't consider myself the best at PvP shooters. Like I don't like having to face off against millions of other players all that much. I personally kind of find it stressful. I wish there was like more PvE than those event game modes that they had, and just fighting AI. But I mean, I like the concept of the characters in Overwatch. That I like. It's just the going against other players thing that I have issues with. Another game that I do like a lot is Risk of Rain 2. Which might actually be worth streaming, because there's a couple achievements in that game that I don't have that might be stream worthy, but Risk of Rain 2, a friend of mine got me into, and he was like, there are two types of people. People who don't know what Risk of Rain is, and people who like Risk of Rain. And I was like, sounds interesting, I'll give it a shot. And I see why he said that. The roguelike mechanics of it, I mean, after 100 odd runs, get a little bit tiring, and I don't mind that. I like finding ways to use the items in Survivors to get creative and break something. I think there have been times where I've been playing, there's I think one game I did a while ago. I was playing with my friend, and I was doing this one build that was basically missiles, missiles, and more missiles. And I think it got to the point where there were so many missiles that it lagged us both, and the the connection just crashed, basically. But Risk of Rain, it's fun, it's hard, it's easy if you know what you're doing, and it can be extremely rewarding if you are able to get a little bit of luck. Other games that I've played. I've played a good bit of Scrap Mechanic. I mean, in that game, basically all I would do is just dick around with other people's creations. But I mean, if I really decided to, I could probably make something cool in that game. Another one I've played, Devil May Cry 5. That one was, like, really fun in terms of, like, the characters, mostly Virgil, and just how cool the game looked. I actually had to upgrade my computer for that one, so that was fun. Some of the levels are really freaking hard, though, which is kind of by design. I haven't played enough of it to, like, say if it's, like, one of my favorites of all time, or anything like that. I guess if I had to pick, like, one answer to your question, I'd go with multiple answers to your question and say that I would have favorite games for different categories of games. For, like, sandbox games, probably gonna be Minecraft. For, like, player versus player ones, I mean, the only one I've really played is Overwatch. I'm not sure I'd count some of the random Roblox games in that. One PvP game that I am looking forward to is Meta Break. I don't actually know how widely known it is, but it's supposed to be releasing in spring of this year, and it's a cool Gundam-esque mech PvP shooter game. And some of the I've been a Transformers and Gundam fan for years, and some of those designs look really badass. Anyways, I'm gonna get back to these villagers now that we're here. But hope I satisfied your curiosity a bit. So, I got 3 idiots here and an approximate idea of what I'm gonna do with them. Okay, it's daytime. That's like perfect time to get these guys set up. Come on. On to land with you. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna wanna... Wait, actually, what am I... Yeah, I'll get you... Sir, what on... Okay. Red Dead Redemption. So... I've never known much about that game. I know it's like kind of cowboys and stuff. I think the reason I don't know that much is because when it was like a popular thing, that's when I was like a lot younger. And at the time, my parents didn't want me getting into violent games like that, which, coming from the perspective of someone who has like seen little kids and seen the direction society is going, yeah, that they had like every reason to be a little concerned. But and I don't blame them for wanting me to not play violent games. I mean, they don't care so much now because like little kids, they can't really tell like what's a video game and what's reality. They'll just think they cross over seamlessly or something. Like as an adult, you can see this thing is a game. It is not real. And yeah, that's mostly why I don't know much about it. All I know is really cowboys and Pinkertons be scary. All right. Please don't get into that boat. I swear, these guys are like, it's like babysitting children. Okay, I'm gonna move this dude out here. So this guy isn't tempted to waltz over there. Okay, come with me, child. Where'd you... Bro. Like I said, watching children. I'm just gonna sit you down there for now. Wait, actually... Time, okay. I might be overthinking how I'm gonna get these creatures into the farm. Actually, so I'm gonna get all three of these guys up there, and then what I think I'm gonna do is just wait for it to be nighttime, and get some beds over here. Wait a minute, can I just... I could just boat them around. Yeah, I was worried about this bit of land, but no, I can just do this and then just wait for night and capture a Zombert. Suppose I could also just dig through the terrain. Okay, I got a little bit of time in the day. Guy doesn't accept being kidnapped. Well, too bad for him, I'm doing it anyways. I should also probably make like a fence. Okay. Well, actually, what am I doing? Okay. Gonna need that, and I'm gonna need those shears. Four. Enough for a new bed. What on... Well, hello. Please stay there. Yeah, stay right there. Relaxing to watch. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, one of those bots again. I'd advise not clicking on that link. Don't know where it's going to send you. Okay, what am I looking at for time? Okay. I already have a bed on me. That helps a bit. Okay. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna cross... I just want to double check that tutorial to make sure I'm getting these guys in the hole correctly. Okay. Okay, so I want the head of the bed to be above the hole. Okay. Just quickly. Bro, what? Why? No. Are you... Ugh. Mission failed. Mission failed. Come next time. Because I was hoping to just drop him into the pit, but seems these guys want to make it difficult for me to do my self-given job of imprisonment. Okay, where's the third guy? Over there. Okay. Should have just done it this way. No. Dude. Okay, 1 down. 2 to go. I was hoping... So the video I was watching, right, it showed they just place the beds, you let them sleep in the beds, then you break the beds while it's still night, and let them just fall. But I ran into the unexpected issue of guy won't get into the bed. Okay. Okay, can I... It's gonna look ugly, but I didn't say I was a good builder. What direction was that in? Okay. Villagers are like... They're one of the most useful features of this game, but also one of the most painful. Just because of, like, how just horrendous these dudes are. Just get... I just covered that up, didn't I? Okay, can't be that hard. Anyway, there we go. Actually, be smart of me to do that, just so I can find it again. Okay. Step 1 accomplished. I'm gonna leave this makeshift fence here for now. Until I get an actual fence set up. Okay. Okay. So, villagers are in the pit. Actually, I guess shove those in there. Since this guy in here, no, turned out to be a nitwit. Bro. Sack that. I'll find a use for that guy at some point. Probably in a breeder. Yeah, we're getting closer. Dolphins. I heard a dolphin. Is there a dolphin around? Dolphins! Hi. Okay. Now... Yeah, no, this is... Yeah. It's just a gold helmet, but retextured. Yeah, so now, gotta think about, I mean, I could just do, so, the next thing that I can do, right, so, next thing I need for the farm is a zombie. Not quite nighttime, so, next thing that I could do to, like, prepare is get, like, the name tag ready for the zombie. Right? And I have the name tag, I have the anvil. And I'm trying to debate whether or not I want to go with something simple like Zombert, Zombo, or give him, like, some actual name, and if so, what that name would be. Got any ideas, Rex? And just remember, this guy's gonna be in, like, perpetual enslavement in a machine that produces resources, while also he is... Alright, those guys exist. Well, he is mere meters away from his favorite snack, but will forever be unable to reach it. Could name him Prisoner. It's about nighttime. Okay. I guess what I'm gonna... Do I have a Spare Axe? I have a Spare Axe. Okay. I'm gonna clear some of these trees out of the way. That tree. just in case I get the zombie but get overrun mobs, I'm gonna get myself like a safety roof here. I can look up the man in the boat, and then sleep. Got a shield, got barely a weapon. Pig. Okay. Pig's not bad. Sunset? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Okay. What's that? That's a sheep. Okay. That a zombie I spy? It's a skeleton, okay. It's a creeper. It's a pig. Another skeleton. It's a pig. That's a creeper. A zombie villager. Oh, okay. Ow, okay. Okay. Are they both? Thing? Where's he going? Okay. In case you cannot tell, I do not do well with these mobs. Yes! Got him in. Okay. Okay. Well, death number one. nope, nope, nope. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, nope, 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 nope. Okay. You know, I was tempted to put keep inventory on this world. Or a thing that gives me, like, gravestones. I really was. But I was like, no. I should have the full experience of the game. You know, like the full vanilla survival experience. And I don't think a few resource packs counts me. I did not name the zombie. I think I got everything else. I got the name tag, got the crown, got everything else I had. I have a zombie villager, that's cool. Well, at least it's working. Yep, it works. Okay. Well, that was fiasco. I'll keep the zombie villager. Could be something worth doing something with. But now I gotta figure out a name before the dude despawns. I mean, worst case scenario, the zombie villager should hopefully do the exact same thing as the zombie. But what to name him? What? Those pillagers are still there. Sheesh, okay. I mean, I could just do that. Stop pointing your guns at me. Rex, do you have any ideas for a name for a villager? I mean, not villager, zombie? I mean... What killed him was a skeleton, okay. Right. What if... Hear me out. Hear me out. Too much, you think, or just the right touch of insanity, you think? What do you think? It's... I mean... I think I might go with it. Yeah, do it. Okay, yeah. Oh, great. Did you... You killed... Oh, so much for the plan of having another one here? Because this guy... Okay. Okay. Hello, unpaid worker. So... ever so minor issue about this farm. Somewhere, surf accessible, there was a spot where that guy could spawn. And I'm now realizing it was probably right here. Yeah, it was right there. Okay. Because basically, for each set of villagers in there, only one golem can spawn at a time, and another golem won't spawn until the currently living golem is dead. That's how the farm works. Now, the farm works by kind of making it so there's only one spot where the guy can spawn. But that's assuming the area on the surface is reasonably flat. And evidently it's not flat enough for a golem to not be able to spawn. But, hey, I will gladly deal with a minor spawn proofing issue over... Okay, hello, creeper. Okay. Wait, hold on. Is this joke too dead? Aw, man. Is that joke too far gone these days? Sir, could you kill that creeper for me? I wish I had like a bow or something. I have Where's he going? Get out of here, bro. Be gone. Okay. One problem with spawn proofing is that I don't know the... Actually, I could probably look it up, but there's gotta be a radius that the Iron Golem can spawn from relative to the zombie and the villagers, which is what's causing the guy to spawn. And I don't know how big of a radius they can spawn in, and I also don't know if I'll need to spawn-proof any caves at all. Come on. I do know that... where'd he go? Stop moving on me. I need to eliminate you. Oh, oof. So you made it on, like, Bedrock Edition? And didn't work because it was a Java farm? Yeah. I feel like that problem isn't as big of an issue nowadays, because, like, the people who make farms are now more aware that only a certain player base can use it. Oh, that sucks. Sorry that happened. Yeah, I'm glad, like, these days, farms will, like, clearly be labeled, or at least any designers who know what they're doing will label that it's only, it only works in one version or another. Another thing I will do if I'm playing around with a new design is test it in creative mode, which... Really? Are you fucking kidding? This is... Sir, please exit the water. The pool is closed. Get out. Can you... Okay. Yeah, I suppose that water source I used for... Okay. Okay. It's another one. Dead. Please tell me next one's... I know there is, like, a slight downtime. Like, if you only have the one, set of villagers. Yes. Die. Okay, I think there should be enough iron in here. Okay. Heck yeah. Right, this farm's not connected at all. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And, like, what, 45 iron? Okay, how many hoppers can I craft? How many hoppers can I craft? 4. Okay. No, that's not what I want to do. I'm terrified. That one's just gonna appear as I was doing that. Okay. So I got 4 ingots on me. I never watch one without reading the description first, yeah. That is rather unfortunate. I'm sorry that happened to you, Rex. Okay, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't know enough of what I should know about how, like, Twitch subscriptions and memberships work. But I can't help but notice your name changed from one color to another color. Can't help but notice that. iron farm set up. So yeah, I'm just gonna let that sit now. I think, okay, I'm gonna clean up this mess here. Once, oh. So it's blue, but then, yeah, I'm gonna have to look into how that stuff works. Oh yeah, there's blue. I tried setting up a very rudimentary automatic alert thing, and honestly, I'm not gonna, I'll be straight with you, okay? You are the first legitimate human viewer I've had, right? I've had a few others, like, here and there, and each and every one of them was advertising something, right? So you're, like, the first legit human to have seen this content. And I'm glad of that. I'm glad at least one pair of not AI eyes or optics has decided it wants to gaze upon my content. So thank you. But anyways, yeah, I don't know enough about, like, Twitch roles or ranks or anything, and, like, how that works. But, yeah, I'm quite glad you decided to screen. Okay, so my answer to that is, well, yes, but actually no. I think that's green, but I have been informed that I might be, like, mildly colorblind. But it's only with, like, discerning different shades of one color from another. Or, like, very weird cases for, like, pink and teal, I think. So, I'm gonna say I think that's green. Pretty sure. Up to you. I mean, like I said, it's just a color. Doesn't matter all that much right now. What I wanted to do? Right, I wanted to build a fence around the farm. So it's 9, 9, 9. Okay. So it's gonna be. I need 40 fences. Okay. That's gonna be fun. Okay, I just need, like, a couple more crafts. Okay, cool. Fence is acquired. Alright. So, what I think I'm gonna do for the rest of this stream is just, like, do some base work and just let this run. But first, I give it a nice fence, and so the next time in the villagers, because I'm eventually going to put more villagers in here. Gonna make it so the next time I don't have to worry at all about them wandering into the pit, because that that would be a death sentence for a villager. It's a death sentence for the golems. And they probably have enough health to survive the fall. And then maybe the lava if it was just like one tick of lava damage, or lava application. Okay, can you guys, like, go away? Like, you two have been there for how long now? You guys... I mean, granted, I haven't been, like, unloading the chunks or anything, but you guys gotta despawn at some point, right? Okay. Nice. Got iron. Did I see a dolphin over there? No, that's just a squid. It's a new day. Oops. Okay, I think the first thing I might want to do is get better organization. Stopped watching. Oh, okay. Wasn't there supposed to be another one of you? Oh, there he is. Yeah, you guys can stay on your mushroom. That can just be yours now. All of my villagers are locked up anyway, so it's not like I can harm them. Okay. Let's see. Could work on that tower. If I work on that, I'm gonna wanna dispatch those pillager threats. Could build... Well, I gotta save this space for like an enchanting setup, I was thinking. I could try to wrangle some chickens. Actually... I got me an idea. Oh yeah. We're gonna make some armor. And some brand new tools. Heck yeah. I'm gonna draft hitboxes. Heck. This is not really the best room to do this in. Heck yeah. So I do believe there was some bandits lurking around over here trying to muscle in on my territory. Oh, yoo-hoo. Where's the other one? Alright. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I understand my point of view from, like, you know, wanting more viewership, wanting to grow as a person, but I can also understand from your point of view that, you know, other people to talk to, you know, like, to join in on the fun. Hello, pig. Oh yeah, that Vanilla Tweaks website is also where I got the Technoblade pigs. The pillagers, I think they were just like a random patrol that decided to spawn on that tree. Because I don't see how else they could have gotten up there. While I was exploring last stream, trying to, I think I was hunting for a little bit of coal and iron that was on like mountain surfaces. But while I was doing that, I ran into a patrol, and I think they were heading the approximate direction of here, but I don't see how they could have got on top of the mushroom. So it had to have been one that spawned. Got a banner out of it, and an ominous bottle, though. So what level was the bottle? 1. I can go there. Yeah. Cool gear. Got iron. Oh, right. I can check that off this list. I'm gonna add a villager breeder to this list, just because that's gonna be something I'm gonna want to do eventually. Starter have fix storage. Yeah. All right. Just trying to think. Yeah, it actually helps a lot, and like I could like write one down on like a piece of paper, but I feel like having one in game as an item that is like physically there and taking up like an inventory spot of a chest, I feel like that actually helps you remember it's there and get stuff done. Some of the things on that list are a kelp farm that I think I might tackle tomorrow. But one thing that I think I'm going to do now is go out and hunt for some eggs. Because I'm... Actually, what am I doing? What am I doing? I could just bring home some chickens. I was thinking I was going to have to like just throw eggs at a wall until I get a chick to spawn. But no. Actually, I could have just gotten grass from that side of the... Okay, I may be an idiot, but I'm not that big of an idiot. But, yeah. So, cool, got 3 seeds, that'll do. Yes, I need you. Come with me. Actually, I'm gonna run and grab that egg before it despawns. I want you. Wait, you know what? I'll just get you because you're over here. I just need one of these feathered fiends. Come on. Boat. Boat. Get on the boat. Okay. So I'm gonna set up like a chicken pen. This would also be a cute spot to build something on the water. And I'm gonna turn off hitboxes. I play a lot with it. I play with hitboxes a lot, but they are kind of, I don't know how to say this, ugly. Not the most visually appealing thing. Just have constantly present in the stream. Like, they're super helpful when you're trying to do something that involves, like, mobs. Like, I was using them to avoid hitting villagers when I was taking them out of boats. And to find mobs. And that is a use that they are amazing at, but beyond, I guess if you're doing like shenanigans with other mobs, I think like, I know there's some wacky stuff you can do with dragon hitboxes. But, what was I was doing all sorts of things. I'm gonna breed animals, I think. And then get a pen for this chicken, and then I'm gonna throw eggs at a wall and hope they become not eggs. Hold on. Desenvolvimento. Desenvolvimento. Did I do it right? That is a wacky word. How do you come up with that? I think I read that right. Actually, wait. Yeah, I just do that. Maybe this will be enough. I could probably reuse a wall of one of the pre-existing pens. Egg. What do I want to build the chicken pen? Guess I could build it like here. Means development. Brazilian word. Ooh. Well, it does certainly seem like a word that's from like another language. So that doesn't surprise me, but means development. That's what I'm doing. I am doing Desinvolvimento. Disinvolvimento is happening right now. Live on Twitch. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Follow me, creature, if you dare. Where's the gate? There it is. Okay. Yes! Okay. Oh, yeah! Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Sweet. Okay, how many cows have I got? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Do that, and yeah, those. I think there were 2 pigs that did not get bred, so I'm going to breed them again. Okay. Alright, so I got all 4 animals. Eventually, this is gonna be a slaughterhouse. And that's why it's got the bigger pen. The sheep, obviously, gonna get wool from them. Pigs. I don't know what I could get from pigs aside from pork chops and, like, the occasional, like, shenanigans that you can do with pigs. But I feel like it's good to have them and not need them than need them and not have them. I'm thinking I might wrap it up about here for today. Don't worry, I plan on streaming tomorrow at about the same time. Actually, having a viewer has given me a lot more motivation to stream. Who'd have thunk it? But yeah, I'll be here tomorrow at same time, 7:30 EST. Because, I mean, I personally prefer to have my streams end by about 9 o'clock. I'm glad the stream didn't crash at all. It's always fun, and thank you, Rex, for joining me. Yeah, did some good Desinvolvimento today. Got villagers, got farm working, got some chickens, got first death, which isn't enjoyable, but it's something. I got some iron gear, and I fought some villagers. Let's check in on the farm. Over a stack in 24 already. Oh boy. Oh wait, this is what I had. 2 stacks, basically. 2 stacks once that guy dies, but yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. Yeah, we did. And thank you so much for watching. I hope the stream was entertaining for you. Like I said, I will likely be seeing you tomorrow at the same time. Thank you. I'm very glad you enjoyed it. And I hope you have a nice rest of your day, night, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for your time zone. again, thank you for watching, having, like, knowing that there's gonna be someone to watch the stream, someone who wants to tune in and check out the stream. It really does wonders for one's, like, confidence and willing to stream. You know, so, yeah. Good night. Boa noite. Did I say that one right? I'm gonna guess that one's also Brazilian. But have a good night, my friend. And I will again be streaming tomorrow. I'm probably between this stream and the next one, I'm gonna test like some kelp farm designs in creative, and then actually build one, or maybe a chicken farm. Don't know yet. Okay. I'm gonna call it here. Have a good one, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow. And that does not sound menacing at all.